Assalamu alaikum and welcome. This is the third lesson in the reading practice videos, تدريبات في القراءة, with a focus on silent letters. These reading practice sentences are organized by levels, so we have 3 levels here. The مبتدئ, which is the basic level, and it includes simple and short sentences. The متوسط, which is an intermediate level. These include longer sentences with more reading flow. And finally, the advanced levels. These include more natural narrative sentences. The silent letters that we will mention in this lesson are the 3 main types of silent letters, which is first the Hamzat al-Wasl, and secondly al-Lam al-Shamsiyya, and the third type are the long vowels. These are the weak letters, the long vowels at the end of words. And finally, the last group, which includes a group of other types of silent letters. Let's take an example from the basic simple sentences group. Now this here is a fully functional slide, so it includes the sentence to be read along with its color coding. So the silent letters are color coded in gray, along with the number coding, which is the type of silent letter mentioned in the sentence. This you can access if you click these 2 buttons below here. The first one, which shows the color coding, and the second one, which shows the number code, which is a type of silent letters. Now, the silent letters discussed in these slides are number 1, Hamzatul Wasl, the connective Hamza. Number 2, Al-Lam al-Shamsiyya, which is the sun lam. Both of these we've explained in the previous 2 lessons. Number 3 is Huruf al-Illa. These are the long vowels at the end of words. These become weak letters if they come at the end of words and are followed by a connective Hamza. And number 4 is a group of other silent letters, which are actually specific words. Just to remember, you can also listen to the sentence through clicking on the play icon below.
الشمس مشرقة اليوم.
Again.
الشمس مشرقة اليوم.
So let's just take a quick review of the previous information we learned. So remember that Arabic is mostly phonetic. So that means the most Arabic letters within a sentence are pronounced, unless it's one of these types of silent letters, the main 3 and the 4th group. So let's check them here in this sentence. Number 1 is Hamzat al-Wasl, the connective Hamza. This is the plain alif at the beginning of any word. So watch out for the plain alif at the beginning of word, which is this one here. Remember, look at it here. The number code is 1. So this here, and also this here. Okay, number 2 is a lam al-shamsiyya. Remember, we discussed this previously, and we said that the definite article al includes a hamzat wasl at the beginning of it and a probable sun lam after it. So sometimes it's a sun lam and sometimes it's a moon lam. If it's a sun lam, and you would know it by the shadda on the letter after it. If it's a sun lam, then it's silent. So this here is a sun lam. This here is also a definite article, but this is not a sun lam. The letter after it doesn't have a shadda, so this is a moon lam. Okay, and the third group is the long vowels that come at the end of words, followed by a connective hamza. So here we don't, the words don't end with long vowels, so we don't have this group. As for the 4th group, they're a group of silent letters, which you can find a reference to them in the main textbook on our blog, but you could learn them along as well in this reading practice, or at least identify 2 or 3 of them as we go along. Let's take a look at the second example and try to find the silent letters in this sentence here. So we'll mainly look for the Arabic definite article, al, which is indeed there in the first word, al, alif lam, and the letter after it has a shadda. So this here is a sun lam, it's a silent letter. As for the Hamzat al-Wasl, if it comes at the beginning of a sentence, then it's pronounced, it's not silent. Can we find another definite article? Yes, this one here, al, and al-hadiqa. The letter following the lam doesn't have a shadda, so this is a moon lam, and it's not silent. It'll be pronounced. Still, the Hamzat al-Wasl here in the middle of the sentence will be silent. The third group of silent letters are the long vowels that come at the end of words, which applies in this word here. Fi fi ends with a long vowel, a ya, and this vowel is followed by a hamzat al-wasl. So this here the rule applies that this ya here, this long vowel becomes a weak letter, and it becomes silent. So let's color code the sentence through clicking the button below. We want to see where the silent letters are, and there they are. And to see the types, okay. So you see that's the first one is a sun lam. It's number 2. This is a sun lam. So the lam here is not pronounced. And the following, this is the ya, indeed, it becomes silent, and so does the connective hamza after it. So if we want to listen to this sentence, we click on the play icon.
الطفل يلعب في الحديقة.
Listen carefully.
الطفل يلعب في الحديقة.
الطفل يلعب في الحديقة. الطفل, we don't pronounce the lam, we drop it. يلعب في الحديقة. في الحديقة. So you notice that he's not extending the ya. He's not saying في الحديقة. No, it's just a short vowel, not a long vowel. It's في الحديقة. في الحديقة. So I'm dropping the ya and the alif, which is the connective hamza, right after it. Listen carefully. Again.
الطفل يلعب في الحديقة. الطفل يلعب في الحديقة.
So let's go to the following sentence. Let's go to another example. Remember, we're looking for the alif lam, the Arabic definite article, which includes the hamzat wasl and the sun lam. This word here has an al attached to it with a shadda on the letter after it. So for sure, this is a sun lam, and the hamzat wasl here in the middle of the sentence is also silent, becomes silent. The last word also has alif lam, and the letter after it doesn't have a shadda, no obvious shadda, so for sure this is a moon lam, but this connective hamza is silent. One more silent letter here is the alif al-maqsura. Now alif al-maqsura is the form of a ya, but it sounds like an alif. So it's like a long vowel. We say ila, ila. So it's like an alif. So it's also a long vowel, and it's followed by a hamzat wasl or connective hamza. So this ya here, or the alif al-maqsura, is indeed silent. Let's color code. Let's color code this sentence through clicking on the first button. So is that exactly as we guessed? The first L is silent, and the last one is the alif al-maqsura and the hamzat al-wasl after it are both silent. If we want to see the types of silent letters, we click on the second button below, and there they are, the number codes. And if we want to listen to the sentence, we'll focus and click on the play icon.
ذهب الطلاب إلى المدرسة.
Let's hear that again.
ذهب الطلاب إلى المدرسة.
ذهب الطلاب إلى المدرسة.
ذهب الطلاب إلى المدرسة.
ذهب الطلاب إلى المدرسة. So the L, the first L was also dropped, it's silent. And إلى, I didn't say إلى المدرسة, I said إلى المدرسة. So we skipped both of these silent letters. Let's look at another example for further practice. So remember, we're looking for L, the Arabic definite article, which is here. L, the letter after it does not have a shadda, so this is a moon lam, but this hamzat al-wasl is silent. The last word also has a L, so it's el-yawm. The letter after it does not have a shadda, so this is for sure a moon lam. still the Hamzat al-Wasl here is silent. And looking for words that end with long vowels, هذا here, هذا ends with an alif. This is a long vowel and it's followed by a Hamzat al-Wasl, so for sure it's silent. Let's color code this sentence to see the silent letters. I'm going to click on the first button. There it is, the alif, and of course looking at the types, it's a Hamzat wasl. There's no lam shamsiyya here in this sentence, but there's a weak long vowel at the end of hada. And if you want to listen to the sentence, we click on the play icon.
نزل المطر هذا اليوم. نزل المطر هذا اليوم.
نزل المطر هذا اليوم.
نزل المطر هذا اليوم.
نزل المطر هذا اليوم. So you see, the first Hamzat wasl was dropped, and هذا اليوم, we're not extending the alif, we're not saying هذا اليوم, we're saying هذا اليوم, هذا اليوم. So we're omitting both alifs, and we're jumping directly to the lam. هذا اليوم. Let's listen to that one more time.
نزل المطر هذا اليوم.
Let's take a look at the sentence from the more advanced group. Now, to begin with, let's look for the Arabic definite article. You find it here, alif lam, and the letter after it has a shadda. So this is for sure a silent sun lam, and so is the Hamzat al-Wasl. Can we find another Arabic definite article? Yeah, it's right here, the final word, al-bayt. The letter after it does not have a shadda, so this is a moon lam. It will be pronounced, but the Hamza is silent. Let's see if we can find long vowels at the end of words. Okay, so this here is a long vowel, and always the name Amr, it's written with a waw, but not pronounced. Okay, so Amr they add the waw to distinguish it from the name Umar. So they're both basically written the same way, except with different marks on top of them. So what they do is they add a waw at the end of Amr to distinguish that now this here is Amr and not Umar. So the waw is always silent. This here is a distinct word, a specific word known to have a silent letter at the end of it. Okay, can we find any other long vowels at the end of words? There's this right here, ila, ends with the alif maqsura, which is considered a long vowel and is followed by a hamzat wasl, so for sure it will be silent and dropped. Is there any other example? Yes, also here, this here is the alif maqsura. It's a long vowel with a hamzat wasl right after it, so for sure it becomes silent. So let's color code this sentence through clicking the button below. So there you go. The silent letters are the waw, the alif maqsura, the L, and the final alif maqsura and alif or hamzat al-wasl. We want to see the types. So there they are. The Amr was assigned to the last fourth group, and the rest, the Arabic definite article, which includes the hamzat wasl and lam shamsiyya. Let's listen to the sentence being read.
ذهب عمرو إلى السوق ثم عاد إلى البيت.
Again.
ذهب عمرو إلى السوق ثم عاد إلى البيت.
ذهب عمرو إلى السوق ثم عاد إلى البيت. ذهب عمرو إلى السوق ثم عاد إلى البيت. So to begin with, which are the clear silent letters, the long vowels here, إلى, I'm not saying إلى السوق, I'm saying إلى السوق. And the final one is also إلى البيت, إلى البيت. So I'm not extending the long vowel. So these are the basic silent letters that you need to recognize. Let's listen to that one more time.
ذهب عمرو إلى السوق ثم عاد إلى البيت.
So let's go to another example from the more advanced sentences. So remember, to begin with, look for the Arabic definite article, which is here. This here is a sun lam, remember, because of the shadda. And this here is also an Arabic definite article, and it's a moon lam because there's no shadda. Ila here ends with a long vowel. but the word after it does not have a hamzat wasl, so this here will be a normal letter, it will not be silent. Any other examples? Yeah, these words here, this verb ends with a waw and an alif. Actually, this is the waw of the group. It's a pronoun, and this alif is a distinct alif. It's added only to show you that this is a pronoun, the waw pronoun of the group. This alif here is silent and will be considered from the last group of silent letters. Katabu, katabu. So we don't say katabuwa, katabu only. The alif is silent. The same thing here. You see it ends also with the waw and alif. These are long vowels, but it's actually the pronoun once again, the pronoun of the group, and the alif is totally silent. Let's color code the silent letters here in this sentence by clicking the button below. There you are, these are the silent letters, and this shows you the type of silent letters. So you see there's a sunlam, and there's a hamzat wasl, and there's also a fourth type, which is the distinct alif of the pronoun, the waw, the group pronoun. If we want to listen to this sentence, we'll click on the play icon.
كتبوا الرسالة وأرسلوا الخبر إلى صديقهم.
Again.
كتبوا الرسالة وأرسلوا الخبر إلى صديقهم.
Yes, كتبوا الرسالة. كتبوا الرسالة. You see the three letters, three silent letters in a row.
كتبوا الرسالة وأرسلوا الخبر إلى صديقهم.
وأرسلوا الخبر, also two silent letters following each other. One more time.
كتبوا الرسالة وأرسلوا الخبر إلى صديقهم.
شكرا لحسن الاستماع. I hope you benefit from this lesson and you can download the complete file for further practice.